Hey everybody, it's Callie and I'm back with another layout again today. I'm scrapping some more photos from my trip to Arizona, and I pulled these papers for another layout that I did for Crafty Maven Getaway a few weeks ago. Actually, it's going to be, by the time you see this, it'll be more than a month prior to this. That one went up. But anyway, since I had a bunch of papers pulled in this monochromatic color, I had so many left I decided to do another layout, and I had pulled about 3 different sets of photos to possibly use, and this was one of them. So I thought I'd basically have my layout started. So I kept going. So my background paper there is a kind of dark gray polka dot from Lawn Fawn, the Let's Polka in the Meadow collection, and it's the Baby Skunk Polka is the colorway. And then I used that word paper from Amy Tangerine Rise and Shine. It's a 12 by 12 pad that is from. And then I have 2 different kinds of paper there that I'm going to use for layering. But what I'm doing first, before I settle on that, is I'm kind of playing around with my embellishments a little bit and then my title, because I'm not quite sure how big or what shape I want those the layering papers to be. And I need to make a few decisions first about my embellishments. What I'm basically doing is taking these embellishments from a lot of cut-aparts. So that tag cut-apart there is from the Amy Tangerine 12 by 12 Rise and Shine paper pad. The adventure word there is from somewhere that I don't think I wrote down. So sorry about that, guys. I might be able to find it. If I look at it, I think that was, again, I know, it was a cut apart from the Amy Tangerine Stitch collection, and the paper that I pulled it from is called Jump Stitch. So now I've decided I want to use this large black Lucky foam word there, and that is from Amy Tangerine, some foam thickers, and their name of them is Today. So this is a group of girlfriends. When on our very first night when we were in Arizona, we went to this Irish pub to start out our evening, and I just thought the fact that we're at an Irish pub, the word lucky just sort of works with that, because I feel lucky to really know them. Really, I feel very blessed to know them, really, honestly. But since I didn't have the word blessed, I used lucky instead. So the interesting thing about this is the photos are in 2 different orientations. We were sitting right in front of this window that had these big glasses of Guinness on it, so I really wanted to get that into this layout because it's part of my memory of the evening. And it was dark out, so the light behind this photo lighting of this photo is not great, but it works. So now I'm just kind of playing around here a little bit, trying to decide how far I want that adventure to go and that kind of thing. That black heart is also from the Amy Tangerine Today thickers as well. And I like that Guinness photo is so dark. It's nice that I'm going to have some dark accents on this, plus I've got the dark border on the paper as well. So that polka dot paper that I'm basically using kind of like a photo mat is from Amy Tangerine Finders Keepers, and it's the Expedition paper. And now I am positioning that herringbone paper right behind that, and that is from Amy Tangerine Better Together, and that's the Stars and Stripes paper. So I'm just kind of playing a little bit. I didn't have a very big piece of it, so I cut it not quite in half, but that way then I'll be able to stretch it and make it look like it works together. So I'm kind of playing with that other die cut there, and that is eventually I'm going to give up on that. It's not working very well. So I'll kind of play with it for a bit and then abandon it and do something else with my clusters. So I'm just inking edges with my Memento Dewdrop Gray Flannel ink there. All right, and I'm having to position this properly because I didn't realize this, but I put the adhesive on the back of that star paper, and so I didn't want to put it down until I was sure of where it was going to go. So now I have another heart up there by the word lucky. I only had 2 hearts there, so I'm kind of playing around with what I'm going to do. In the meantime, I'm not quite sure how I want this to look, so I'm just going to trim out this tag, and again, that tag is from the Rise and Shine 12 by 12 pad. It's a paper in the 12 by 12 pad. So I kind of like it up there in the top. And so I'm going to be brave, and I'm actually going to glue that down pretty quickly before I really have a lot of decisions made. And I will tell you later on that gives me kind of some fits. And I kind of knew that going in because I'm creating a trap space between the edge of the left photo and that tag. So there is the word lucky down. And getting a heart in there. And I just took my crocodile there to actually punch out that the little hole there, although funny, that hole is going to get covered up anyway. And I do like the way that looks, but I was looking to see like if I had another heart or any other pieces that I might want to use on this layout, since I'm really trying to use up some of my older product. And I found this word us, so I'm going to change the name of this to Lucky Us. And I did kind of like it on the bottom there, but I really wanted it to really be Lucky Us. So what I did is I brought the us back up to the top. And then that heart's going to go there, kind of back where it was. And then I'll pop this heart back down here. And then I found this XO on that sheet from the Today Thickers, so I'm going to put that down there. So now I have the black foam thickers in 3 different spots on the layout, which are going to really basically correspond to my big embellishing clusters there. So what I was starting to say is that I'm trying to use up some of my older supplies, and I pick a few things and then I let them sit on the edge of my, a corner of my desk that's to my left hand. So that way I really, they're kind of top of mind. So I don't know that I've touched these thickers in a long time, but since they're sitting on the edge of my desk, I'm really working with them. So now I'm trying to find some more embellishments. I liked that kind of heart frame, but wasn't sure where it should go. I did grab that little squiggly border sticker there, and that's from the Amy Tangerine +1 accent and phrase stickers. And I just put it on the edge there. So I'm continuing to look to figure out how to solve that hole that I've created for myself. So I'm looking at using this little label here, and that's a label cut apart, and that is from the Amy Tangerine Rise and Shine 12 by 12 pad as well, I believe. I don't have the pad together anymore, but I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. All right, so I'm just kind of, pulling it together, trying to figure out how to take up some space there. And then I'm taking that little bit of the label and thinking I might want to try to get it on the label in another spot, but in the end I just abandoned that. I found this camera. I tried to use it on the other layout that I did with at least this colorway of papers, but it didn't work. Here it works really nicely, just in case you remember that. On the other layout it really stood out. Here it blends in pretty nicely. There's a lot of strong colors in this layout. So that camera sticker is from the American Crafts #sticker book, and it's the Chamel sticker book. All right, so I just repositioned that heart there. And then I'm playing with that little squiggle border a little bit because I want to make sure that I get it on kind of straight and that I don't have any like spaces there where you can see where it doesn't go all the way across. All right, so I got the banner down, still trying to use that die cut, but I'm not going to. And I want to use this frame, and I decided there wasn't room for it on the left, but I kind of liked the way it looked here. It did a nice job of bridging that gap, and it makes the tag look like it's not kind of just sticking out there, it's actually resting on something now. Now, why I don't think the frame heart, that frame with the heart, it looks like it's sticking out, I don't know, it just doesn't to me. So anyway. So going back to the Chamel sticker book again, looking to see what I can use. And I find that little speech bubble that says sparkle. But I decide it's a little bit too much dark up there and that maybe I need it up here. And that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to add it up there. So there's dark turquoise on both sides of the layout here. It helps balance things, and there's a lot of white in the embellishment, so it's nice to have some of this dark turquoise actually help kind of ground them a little bit. Again, looking through the sticker book just to see what's out there, and I really liked these stars. They have kind of a holographic look to them. And so I'm going to add a couple of these on. Actually, I'm going to add 5 of them. And I just find places that I like how they look. Sometimes I use them to cover up in like a join in papers or something like that. And then I'm using my cutter B tweezers there because it kind of helps me see things a little bit better. My hand isn't quite so much in the way. All right, so here's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are all well, and I'll be back with another layout again soon. I did journal on that tag too, by the way. Bye, everybody.